Hey guys, it's Talaris with another deck profile. This time I'm going to be doing my Madolche deck that I run competitively. I feel like it's an extremely strong deck, and I feel like well, I don't feel like it's underrated because a lot of people are starting to play it after the new cards came out, which is when it started being good. But we didn't see it a lot at YCS Tacoma, but I guess I'll just go into it and tell you what I run. So, yeah. 3 Madolche Magdalenes. No reason not to run this card. It's the Stratos for the deck for heroes. As to Madolches, you can search for any Madolches with Chateau. It's a 1900 beater, which is good in this format. You can keep recycling it back into your deck for constant searches. Via other cards, like combos with other cards. If you have Ultimate Offering with this card, you pretty much win the duel. There's no reason you shouldn't win. Ultimate Offering, Corruption, you can keep bouncing Magdalene, keep searching. It's just incredibly good cards. No reason not to run this card. And you should run 3. 2 Madolche Mufles. I only run 2. I feel like 3 is a bit much. It's an incredibly strong card. You can special the other Madolches with it. But most of their effects don't go off if they're special. Like Magdalene doesn't go off, Butler Rusk doesn't go off. But the card that combos well with, I'll be doing next. Well, there's 2 cards that combos well with. But it's just a really good card. It can swing under Messenger of Peace. All that kind of power plays you can do with like Xyz, monsters, all that. So yeah, there's that. We run 2 Madolche Messengelados. Combos well with Muful. If you use Muful Messengelado, you automatically get a search, so you get Chateau or Ticket. It's a really strong card. I only run 2 because I run 1 Butler, but I only feel like there needs to be 2. If you have 3, you end up drawing it a lot and not being able to special it, and it feels useless at that point. And I don't know, just 2 seems enough. You can keep recycling it if you need to. It seems like it's enough. I've never had any issues with it. I cut it down to 3 myself. So yeah. 2 Madolche Corruptions. I would say the second best card in the third best card in the deck. Extremely powerful. You can keep making plays with it. Like if you summon it with Muful and you have Ticket on the field, you can bounce Muful, get a search for Messengelado, and you'll get a Chateau or a Ticket next turn. If you have Magdalene on the field, you can bounce it and summon Magdalene next turn and get another search. With Chateau and a bounce, it's at 2300 beater. It's really strong for a 3 to 4 star, and you can Xyz for any monster you want. Like if you summon Muful, you can keep it at 3 and Xyz or something. Or you can power it up to 4 and Xyz and everything on the field. It's just a really strong card. I only run 2. 1 Butler. Since I don't run 3 Messengelados, I feel like it's necessary to run 1 Butler. Butler's extremely good. Like, if you have a Madolche on the field, you can auto search your Chateau. Like, there are just times when you have to have your field spelled out. Your field spell is really core to the deck, and this card keeps it out. It's 2000 beater, 4 star, really good. So that. 2 Tour Guides and Sangan. I feel like the Tour Guide Sangan combo is extremely good in almost every deck. I don't see a reason not to run it. It adds consistency to most decks. If you draw into Tour Guide, you get an Xyz play, or you can summon Sangan, just, I don't know, poke and wait for them to kill Sangan so you can get a search. Or you can, like if you just draw into Sangan randomly, you can set Sangan and search for your Madolches. It's just really good. So that's my monster count. I believe it's like 15 or something like that. Something small. It's not over big. Next we'll go to our spell count. Our spell is probably our largest deck. We'll see. 3 Chateaus. This is the field spell. No reason not to run 3 of this card. It's the core card of the deck. 500 attack all Madolches. If they would go to your deck, they go to your hand instead. It bounces all of your graveyard cards. So like, I played against a mill deck one time. And he ended up milling a lot of my Madolches out. So all I had to do was play Chateau, and he just couldn't do anything to me at that point. He ended up losing. If you have Ticket on the field, you'll bounce all your stuff and you'll automatically get a search. It's just really, really strong. 3 Tickets. Some people will say run 2 Tickets. I don't feel like it's necessary. I feel like in terms of the wind-up argument, you wouldn't run 2 Factories. You would run 3 wind-up Factories. This card is just too good. You can special if there's a fairy on the field. You can search. There's just so many plays you can combo with this card. It's really, really good with Madolches, and it's a core card. And again, you should run 3. Lance. I run 2 Forbidden Lances because I felt one of the problems with the deck was, like, if I went for an Xyz play or summon a monster and they bottomlessed at the right time, or I don't know, just did something at the exact right time, like a Dark Hole, I can chain Lance and save my monsters. I felt like if I didn't have that Lance, I would be weaker off, and just cards would keep dying, and my deck would fall apart eventually. I feel like you have to run this card, and you have to run 2. I tried with 1, and it didn't work very well. I ended up not doing well that tournament. 2 Messenger of Peace. This is our tech card. I feel like this is a very underrated card, this format. It took my friend playing it in windups for me to see how strong it was, and he recommended it to me, so I run 2. You can swing with Mewful with or without Chateau, and you can swing with Magaline without Chateau, and just, like, you can keep power decks like Dino Rabbit, Heroes, Chaos Dragons, all that stuff. You can keep it from doing anything to you by just paying 100 per standby phase. Really strong. You can delay enemy decks just waiting until you get your power plays ready, so it's just really good. No reason not to run it. Still feel it's underrated. Eventually people will realize it's good. 2 Dualities. It's a standard card. No reason not to run it. You can search. Yeah. I mean, that seems like nothing to say on it, but yeah, it's a staple. If you want more info on that, ask somebody. Your 3 staples also: Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn. Some people will question the Heavy Storm run. Heavy Storm is a staple card. You have to run it this format. It's just really extremely good. You can keep your enemy down. Like, if you have an Xyz play that turn, you can heavy them, and you'll pretty much win the game. This is a really good card. Yeah. Next, traps. 1 Madolche Palooza. I only run 1 because I felt 2 was cloggy, and you always dead drew the second one. You can recycle again, the idea of recycling. You only need 1. It's an OTK card, you only need 1. If you need 2, you probably already messed up a play. Yeah. Ultimate Offering. This card you have to run with this deck. There's no reason not to run it. It's like not running any gadgets. It's just silly. Like, if you have a Magaline plus this, you win. It's just easy to win with that card. It's too good to do. Yeah, there's really no argument in that. It's really good. Solemn Brigade. No reason not to run Solemns in this deck. Solemn Judgment, you can go all in and then prevent one of their cards with Solemn Judgment. It's really good. Warnings, you can keep their monsters being on the ground. Yeah. 2 Tarantulas. Keeps power plays from being done against you. Can do really massive damage against mirror matches, or with mirror matches. Really strong against windups, Chaos Dragons, all that stuff. Good card. 2 Bottomless. It's a staple. 2 Deep Prisons. It's a staple. I don't like Mirror Force because it procs Starlight Road. I've said it before. I feel like Mirror Force is bad this format. I mean, some people disagree with me. Mirror Force is still kind of a good card, but I like Deep Prison more, and I'll just run Deep Prisons. I'm still trying to find room for Compulse in this deck. I think I had to take some out, but I'm gonna rework my deck, figure this out. I'll tell you if I make changes, of course. Starlight Road. You run so much heavy backer on this deck. You need the Road. It's just a really good card. Next, we'll go into the Xyz deck. Queen Tiramisu, the second best card in the deck. Like how I said Corruption was the third, this is the second. In terms of monsters, at least. This is the boss monster. You can bounce enemy plays. It's a 2700 beer with Chateau. You can keep playing around it with Ultimate Offering, with Ticket, all this stuff. It's super good. No reason not to run it. It's the core card of the deck. I wouldn't run 3. You will never get 3 out. It's just silly. The first one will always recycle the second one. That's basically the theme behind this deck, is recycling. So, yeah, that's Queen. Shockmaster. If you go for it, usually you're going to win, because it's usually like the second or third card you go for in Xyz plays. It's just an extremely good card, especially after it got reprinted. It's easier to get. There's that. Now we'll just go into cards. Like, these cards are obvious. Fairy King, Maestro, number 39, Utopia, Photon Piper Operative. It makes Saber Invoker. You should run this card. Messenger Gelato, Summon, Xyz, win. Levier, big problem with this deck is banishing. That's what Levier is for. Keeps the deck consistently going. Venomades. Soul Silver Mountain, it's an Earth. No reason not to. You run Earths. and its power waivers: Acid Gold, Leviathan, Sim Tempo, and the Stardust Dragon for the road. These are all pretty obvious choices. So, yeah guys, that's my deck profile for my competitive Madolche deck. I'll let you know if I make any changes, and if I make any huge changes, like totally rework the deck, I'll just do another deck profile. The next video I'm probably doing will be on Saturday, because on Saturday I'm going to locals, and I'll be able to do videos there because I'm going to bring my laptop this time and start recording. I'll be at locals on Sunday too, but I'm not going to bring my laptop there. That's a different locals. And yeah, if you have any questions about this deck, just post in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. So yeah, it's been Tolaris. Thanks guys.